What's up? Welcome to Confidence Reboot Day 4. In this 4-day challenge or this 4-day class, our objective is to reboot your confidence so that you can have the confidence to go out there and talk to beautiful women in person so that you can start dating the women you're truly attracted to. And if you're looking for a girlfriend, so that you can eventually date the woman you truly want. Today, we're going to be talking about the mindset you need to have in order to get the most beautiful women. And also, I'm going to tell you the specific mindset I had. I'm going to tell you my story today, and I'm going to tell you the mindset I operated out of and the actions I operated out of. So, to be honest, I had another presentation prepared for you today, but I thought, you know what? Today I'm going to speak more just from my heart, give it to you unedited and real, and tell you my story and my journey and what mindsets I had and what work ethic I had that allowed me to ultimately get my dream girl and date beautiful women um, across the years. And how did I, reach a really high level in seduction? Now, before we get started, in case you haven't heard, my 500-page book is ready for you on Amazon. It will teach you how to attract beautiful women. And some guy asked me today, hey, Jad, is this only for how do you get a girlfriend? No, it's either if you want a girlfriend or if you want to have casual sex with women through integrity. Basically, this book will teach you the game and how to play the game from a place of integrity. This book has over 20 years of proven and field tested research that has gone into it. So I mean, this book is gonna clear the game up, take away confusion, and make seduction super simple and logical to you. So if you've been struggling and you want to get this game handled once and for all, don't be the sucker that misses this book, bro. Trust me, you don't want to miss that book. Okay, so let's take it back when Jad was single. Jad, the thing I wanted more than anything else in the world was to be one with beautiful girls. I didn't care about money. I didn't care about fame. I didn't care about cars. I didn't care about anything. The only thing I cared about was girls. Girls, 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 girls. What I wanted as a young man, starting at 13, 14 years old, my dream was I want to experience these beautiful creatures to the utmost of my ability so that when I grow old, I can die in peace, knowing that I I got the privilege to experience these beautiful creatures called women. So everything I did since I was 11 years old, even earlier actually, but if I say earlier, a lot of you won't believe me, but let's just say since 11 years old, all I wanted was to be one with girls. That's the only thing that fascinated me. And now I'm almost 44, and still the thing that fascinates me more than anything else is women and the beauty of women. And personally, for me, nothing is more valuable than building beautiful memories with beautiful women, and then ultimately when you find your dream girl. Right now, at this moment, in case you haven't been following me on Instagram, where I post my daily stories, I show Denisa, I show my life, I am in an 8-year relationship with my dream girl. And it is one of the biggest blessings. I can't tell you how rewarding it is. I believe that every man, if he found his dream girl and you're in a healthy relationship, I mean, that just improves the quality of your life so much, I can't even tell you. So my dream for you is that you're able to be one with these beautiful creatures so that when you die and when you grow old, you look back at your youth and think, ah, yes, I went for it. Ah, yes, I had some amazing, beautiful experiences with these precious creatures. Ah, yes, I have no regrets because when I was young, I went all out and I went for what I wanted. And let's start our conversation there. Even when I was 14, I was grateful for my youth. A lot of people say you only live once, but a saying that I made up, maybe I didn't make it up, but I haven't heard anyone else say it, is you're only young once. Even at 14 years old, I was conscious that, okay, I'm only young once. And so I've got to milk this for everything I've got. So from the age of 14 onwards, I was taking massive action, trying to date as many women as I could or go after the women I wanted because I didn't want to grow old with regret. I didn't want to waste a single week, month, or year. And I knew that one day I'd have to hang my hat up on the hook and say, okay, that my chance is done. So if you're in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s or 50s, you still got time. But the thing that I want to pass on to you, if you love women like Jad loves women, make sure that you get this handled so that when you grow old, you have the shelter of beautiful memories so that you can die old in peace and that you can just grow old in peace. Right now, everything I get with women is a bonus. If I died tomorrow, I wouldn't have any regrets with women. Now, before you think, easy for you, blah, 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 today I'm going to tell you that it was very hard for me. And I went through a lot of struggle. And a lot of the game and the journey was dark. And I almost gave up several times because I thought, maybe I'm not cut out for this. This is too hard. Maybe other guys just have something I don't have. So if you're feeling that way, bro, I felt that way too. If you've given up temporarily, man, I gave up for a few weeks and months too. Okay. But every time I did give up and walk away from the game, ultimately I had to come back because my spirit wanted, needed to be one with these beautiful creatures. And deeper than that, my spirit needed me not to grow old with regret. You see, one thing that I dealt with in this game was my fear kept stopping me from going after the women I wanted. Or another problem I had was that even when I would push myself to go talk to these drop dead gorgeous girls, I would be so nervous while talking to them that I would basically make an ass out of myself. They'd look at me like, oh, this guy doesn't believe in himself. Look how nervous he is. And then they would get turned off. So I'm sure you can relate to this at some level. Either you have so much fear that you may go after some women, but never the women you truly want. You can't get your legs to move. You just can't get yourself to move. Or you've overcome the fear and you can get your legs to move and you walk up to these girls, but then when you walk up, you mess it up because you're nervous, you're in your head, you're too serious, you're too logical, and you just don't connect with them. You don't impact them emotionally. And then, the whole disappointment of it. So I want to let you know that that's actually very normal. Before you figure out this game, man, you're going to get beaten, battered, and bruised. Life has a funny way of testing us. When we say we really want something, life says, oh, do you really? Okay, let's see if you really want it or if you're just saying that you want it. And so you go out, you start talking to girls, you start practicing this courage, which is very hard to walk up to beautiful women. And then life hands you failure after failure, embarrassment after embarrassment, rejection after rejection. And it sits back and it says, okay, let's see. Are you going to keep going or are you going to stop? See, that's your test. That's what a lot of guys don't understand. And that's why I would estimate 95% of men give up this game before really figuring it out. Give up this game before really getting that drop dead gorgeous woman that they're just like, wow, I'd marry this girl. She's amazing. So, one of my messages to you today is, bro, never give up, never tap. Never tap out. Life is just testing you. But the good news is, on the other side of that test comes the reward. Now, some of you may be looking at my girl and say, oh, she's not that hot. She's all skinny. Like, yeah, maybe you like those thick girls or the girls with the big booties. Fine, go get a girl like that. I'm not saying my girl's whatever, but my girl's the hottest girl for me. Okay, I like petite girls, so she's my type. The point is for you, can you get exactly your type of woman that drives you crazy? That's what we're talking about today. So, what I want to tell you today is that I worked my motherfucking ass off to get women. All right? I worked my motherfucking ass off to get women. This is what I was trying to remember. So the other reward on the other side of persevering through all this shit, other than getting women, is the man you become by going through that meat grinder. It's the school of hard knocks. The game of seduction builds character. It builds a man. There are few games that are harder to master than the game of seduction. So not only do you get the reward at the other side of getting beautiful women, making love to the most beautiful women, but the other reward you get is you look yourself in the mirror proud. Like, motherfucker, that didn't break me. Motherfucker, all those rejections, all those failures, that didn't stop me. I kept going until I got what I wanted. I have what it takes. I'm the motherfucking man. That is your peace. That is a man's peace. When he proves to himself that nothing stops him. So, I want you to want the game. I want you to want the challenge. I want you to say yes to the challenge. Bring it on is the attitude. When Jad was on a mission, I said to myself, I will figure this game out come hell or high water if it kills me. Okay? I'm willing to pay whatever price I need to pay and do whatever it takes to get this handled. And I'm not going to give up until I do. You see, one thing about your brother Jad is he's stubborn. I'm like a pit bull. When I bite down on something, I don't let it go until I get what I want. That is the prerequisite for success. You will never succeed while you're playing half in, half out. You can never win while you're playing not to fail. Let's say that again. You can never win while you're playing not to fail. You got to play to win. You got to put all your chips in. That's why when I was in the game, I put all my chips in. I invested all my time, all my energy, all my money. I walked across the room. Even if I got rejected, I didn't care. I'll pay the price of embarrassment. I'll pay the price of rejection. I'll pay the price of hiring multiple different coaches. I'll pay the price of traveling to other countries because there's a seducer there I want to meet. Jad paid every price life asked. And that's why Jad reached a high level in this game. And that's why Jad was able to get a lot of beautiful women. It's not a secret. It's the guy who's the most committed gets the women. You need to earn this. These days, men are too lazy, and you're underestimating the amount of work it's going to take for you to get the kind of quality woman you want to have. A lot of you are hoping that you're going to meet a quality woman through online dating, behind the security of your screen scrolling. It ain't going to happen, bro. It ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna meet a drop dead gorgeous woman on a dating app. Come on. Why? Why is she gonna pick you over someone else? Why? There's already so much competition there. No. If you want to meet a woman and keep her, see, there are two parts to this. Let's say you luck out. Let's say, Jad, I don't believe you. I'm going to luck out and I'm going to get a drop dead gorgeous girl. Okay. Let's say you get her. And now she meets you. She's hanging out with you. What is she going to realize? She's going to realize, shit, I can tell this guy doesn't really have that much game. Shit, I can tell this guy, this isn't really a tested man. Oh, shit, I can tell this guy's a soft-ass baby boy who's been sitting between four walls all the time. And so she'll leave your ass anyways. You need to develop yourself into a hard motherfucker. In order to be hard, you need to do hard things. What's hard? Going out and socializing is hard. Going out and socializing and talking to the hottest women in any venue is hard. Getting rejected but not taking it personally, picking yourself up, and then going and talking to another group of girls 3 minutes later is hard. Going and talking to a bunch of girls for 3 hours a night without nonstop and getting rejected by all of them, but keeping a smile on your face, a positive attitude, and continuing to believe in it, everything, even though you're not getting results, is hard. And then when you do that over and over, week after week, month after month, then you become a man who has character. Iron is forged in fire. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. Are you putting yourself in the inferno? Are you putting yourself in the furnace? Or are you trying to always take the comfortable route, the easy route? The easy route will make you ugly as a man. Let's say that again. The easy route will make you ugly as a man. The more easy you're living your life and the more you're avoiding doing hard, scary things or taking risks socially, the more of a soft ass baby boy you are. And you think you're hiding it, you're not. It shows on your face, it shows on the way you talk, it shows on the way you walk, it shows in your body, it shows. Who you are in private shows in public, whether you think you're fooling everyone, but you're not. So in 2024, the land, in the time where everybody's sitting at home, hiding behind their motherfucking screens, trying to socialize through the computer instead of going out and actually walking across the room to talk to a beautiful girl, I'm telling you, man, this is the easiest time for you to get drop dead gorgeous girls. Because you know what women are saying? Women are saying men are bitches. Men are too fucking pussy to come and approach me. I hardly ever get approached by a man unless he's drunk. And by the way, everything I talk about, you got to do dead sober. None of this liquid courage bullshit. No drugs, no alcohol, dead sober. You're walking up and talking to women. And you're going to have a huge advantage in this day and age because most men are pussy. Most men are pussy. Sometimes when I see a couple and I'm like, how did you meet? The fucking girl asked the guy out first. The girl made the first move. And you can tell she's telling us the story. She's like, yeah, he was afraid to approach me, so I approached him. Pussy. Don't be a bitch. Stop being a bitch. You're going to hate yourself. See, I hope you understand that this conversation goes well beyond women and seduction. We're talking about your character, and we're talking about you as a man being able to look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and say, I'm the motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker. The only way you prove yourself to yourself is through doing action and doing hard things. So, for men, one of the hardest things to do is talk to the hottest women. One thing I did when I was single, I made it a rule for myself that every time I go to a new social venue, I make it a point to talk to the 3 hottest women there. I made that rule and I always followed it. And some benefits that came from that: number one, I built my character, my balls. I demonstrated to myself repeatedly that I can take action when I want to. And the second benefit was I ended up picking up some of those super hot women. Even though sometimes I'm like, no way this girl's gonna go for me. No way. And sometimes, way. And that's what's gonna happen to you too, bro. Sometimes you're gonna walk up, you're gonna be like, I don't have a fucking chance in hell with this girl. And you talk to her, and then you're like, fuck, does she like me? Fuck, this is going really well. Fuck, does she like? And then fast forward, she's your girlfriend. And everyone's gonna be like, how did that guy get that girl? How did you get that girl? And the answer is simple. You just manned up and walked up to her and asked for what you want. So, seduction doesn't have to be complicated. None of this has to be complicated. You need to use more balls, and you need to want it. You need to want to be in the game. You need to want the challenge. You need to want to be tested. You need to want to witness yourself, to learn what you're made of. There's only one way to understand what you're made of, and that's to demonstrate it to yourself. Until you walk up yourself, there's a difference between thinking, yeah, I could do that if I really wanted to, versus, boom, I did that, bitch. We need to demonstrate to ourselves that we can do something. I did over 200 skydives in 90 days because I had a dream of flying in a wingsuit. So ultimately, I fulfilled that dream and I flew in a wingsuit. But before you fly in a wingsuit, you need 200 skydives. So I didn't particularly want to jump out of a plane 200 times, but that was the minimum requirement before you can put on a wingsuit, because when you put on a wingsuit, there's extra complexity to it. And so you have to have a certain level of experience before jumping out of a plane with a wingsuit on. So before I ever skydived, I'm like, I think I could do it, right? I think I could do it. But a lot of people I talked to them, hey man, you want to skydive? Yeah, bro, I want to skydive one day. I'm like, hey, you want to skydive? Yeah, I want to skydive one day, right? So finally, it came a day. I'm like, you know what? Let me go do a tandem jump. Let me go skydive. So there were like 4 different people who told me, hey, when you go, tell me. Called them up. Oh, no. Called them up. Oh, no, dude. Scott, no. Everyone fucking backed out like pussies, except my one best friend, Iyad. Okay? So there's a difference between saying, I could do that versus you do it. And after I did it, I'm like, I did that, motherfucker. And then I did it again and again. Fast forward, over 200 times I did that shit, motherfucker. So yeah, I can jump out of a plane hundreds of times, bitch. So now I can look at myself, love myself, and know I'm a fearless motherfucker. I walk up to the hottest women. I jump out of planes. I even did base jumping. Base jumping is when you jump off of bridges, buildings, cliffs, stuff like that. I only jumped off bridges, but base jumping is one of the most dangerous sports in the world. I did that shit too. So, as a man, when you prove to yourself that you can do some scary shit, then that's when you get your true self-esteem. So this 4-day workshop is called Confidence Reboot. Well, one core piece of getting your confidence is you're not going to get confidence sitting on your ass in front of your screen in your security bubble. Get the fuck out. Comfort kills confidence. I want you to remember that. That's an original quote from Jad T Jones. Comfort kills confidence. The more you seek comfort, the less confident you are. So stop being this fluffy ass, bitch ass, comfort zone motherfucker. Because I know you're walking around ashamed. I know you're walking around like, oh, are people going to know what a bitch I'm being? I never approach girls. I never fucking do anything that's outside my comfort zone. I'm a bitch. Oh, fuck. Here's another thing I want to point out to you. Even if nobody knows that you're being a bitch, the most important person in the world knows you're being a bitch. You. You got to face you every minute of every day. And if you're being a bitch in this life, and if you're being a bitch in this game, oh, I'm too scared to talk to girls. Oh, what if she rejects me? Okay, if you're being a baby boy little bitch, bro, how are you going to love yourself? How are you going to have confidence? Confidence is something that is earned. Earned. Where? Out in the motherfucking field. Out in the motherfucking battlefield. Go out there, get your scars, get beat up, get tackled, get embarrassed. That's where confidence is, on the other side of that. You're not going to read a book and get confident, watch a video and get confident. Action, courageous action outside your comfort zone is the only way to get confidence. Earning confidence is the only way to get confidence. Doing courage. What is courage? Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and saying, fuck it, and going anyways. In life, here's something I realized. In life, you're going to suffer either way. Either you suffer the pain of going out there, getting rejected repeatedly, feeling like a dumbass, going through the public embarrassment and all that shit. You either go through that pain, or you go through the torturous pain every day of that undercurrent of anxiety and self-hatred because you've been avoiding all the things you need to face. Face what you need to face. You're trying to avoid suffering, but you're suffering anyways because you're suffering in passivity. Now look, if your fear is to the level where you just don't know how to break through, that's where coaching comes in. Check the show notes, click the link, schedule a free call with me, and we'll talk. I can coach you out of that. But you need to understand there is no escape from this. There is no escape. You're better off by suffering in the form of taking action and getting rejected and doing the thing that scares the living daylights out of you. Because on the other side of that, at least you get something positive. You get the reward, the women, the pride, the self-love. But if you stay in your avoidance, you get the suffering without the reward. And then the most dangerous thing is regret. Time cannot shield you from regret. Nothing can shield you from regret, bro. Nothing. One thing that drives me and that drove me was I don't want to regret my life. In my dying moments, I don't want to fucking regret my life. So, that's the heart-to-heart I want to have with you today. If you would like coaching to get your dream girl or to just start dating the women you're truly attracted to, sign up for my coaching. Click on the link under the show notes, schedule a free call, and let's see if coaching is right for you. I've helped hundreds of men over the years either go out there and now they're having casual sex with attractive women. Other men met their dream girl and now they're either married or they're in a long-term relationship. But my frameworks work. We've been doing this a long time, brother. If you've been following me, I've been at this. I've been teaching this officially on YouTube since 2011. I was teaching motherfuckers on forums since 2007. And I was a superstar in one of the forums. So I've been teaching this to other men since 2007. And I've been doing it myself. Probably since you were like pooping in your diapers or playing with toys. So I can help you get this shit handled. It's much easier when you have a mentor. But either way, there's no escape from this. If you're a man and your soul wants to be one with women, get it done. You deserve it. You got to do it. You got to do it. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I'm offering you an invitation. I invite you to join. So many guys that have been stuck for 2, 3, 5, even 7 years, after they come and do coaching with me, they got unstuck in a period of 3 to 6 months. The guys who are an extreme case take around 9 months, but the average is between 3 to 6 months. So, if you're sick of accumulating information, watching videos, and crossing your fingers hoping that this is just going to solve itself, book a call with me. Look in the show notes. and let's get this thing handled once and for all so that you can start dating, attracting and dating the women you truly want. Just like I have my dream girl, this camera trips me out. Just like I have my dream girl, I want you to have yours. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Peace.